All right, man. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start the song. So first of all, like let me back up a little bit. So I want to make sure you guys can see everything, and we're good. So like every Tool song, right? Mostly every Tool song. There's about 2 or 3 Tool songs that are not in drop B. I'm sorry, they're not in drop D. They're in drop B, but we're playing in drop D tonight. Okay. This song, like most Tool songs, is cool. Thanks. Is in drop D, which essentially means I'm just gonna go over this real quick for people that are new to this. The top string, instead of being tuned to E, that's E, right? It's tuned to D. The advantage that this gives you is that now you can make a power chord with just putting your finger across the top 3 strings. You know how usually you do a bar chord like this? It's called a power chord or a 5 chord. So this is a D5 power chord. That's the D, that's the 5th, that's the octave of D. The 5th of D is A. Well, when you're in drop D tuning, if you come up here to the 12th fret, I'm gonna play it like this. Same notes, right? Because what happened is I slid this down 2 frets, so now I have the D, the A, and the D octave. Here's C. So that's one of the advantages of playing with drop D tuning. Okay, here we go. So that's why, well, that's not the only reason why, but that's one of the main things about playing in drop D tuning, man, is that it frees up what you're doing up here on the top string with the, I could do power chords. It's easier to do power chords and pull-offs with stuff like that because you're in the drop D tuning. So I just want to go over that real quick. So we're always in drop D tuning. So let's get started with the song. I'm going to go ahead and extract everything out. Get the whole song back. Here we go. Let me isolate the guitar. Back it up. Okay, here we go. We're going to go over the script right now. We're starting on another thing too. I'm going to do it tonight just to help people along. But I typically, when I talk about guitar and I talk about lessons and stuff, I don't like talking about fret positions. I think tabs and talking with numbers and GPS positions actually take away from the learning experience. That's my own personal opinion. That's also been my experience. When I started getting into the notes is when I started to learn more about the instrument. So here we go. So, but today I'm going to do a little bit hybrid. I'm going to do a little of both, okay? So when you're in drop D tuning, the 3rd fret, which is the first dot or the first inlay that you have in your guitar, that note is an F, okay? So we start with an F, but we start with that funky little pull-off, right? That funky little pull-off. What we're doing here is this little pull-off, and what it literally is exactly that. Excuse me. It's a pull-off, but what we're doing is we're rubbing we're going to pass the F note, and we're going to basically just touch the C note, so it sounds like this. You hear that? I don't know how good you could see it, too. Okay? That is probably by the way, I don't think I've ever seen other guitarists do this. Adam Jones does the most creative stuff, man, and that's why I love Adam Jones' music. But this is happening throughout most of the song. So once you get that skill down, it takes a little bit of practice because it's a funny feat. But once you get that down, it's going to help you move along with the song. Also, we are heavily palm muted, man. I'm talking about heavy palm muted. That's no palm muted. All right, so this is the succession of notes that we're doing. First I'm just gonna play the notes, then we're gonna get into breaking it down with the pull through. So okay, so we're doing F, then right here we're doing A flat, E flat, C. Then we get back to the F. So I'm gonna play it slow. Now, when I play it slow, you hear me kind of hitting more of the of the second string. That second string only comes in on the first hit. Typically, you don't hear the rest of it because you're moving so fast. If you do this on rhythm, it looks like this. So that cycle is F, A flat, E flat, C, then back to F. Then the last time, when we do this 3 rounds, the last time, instead of going and starting the cycle over again, we hang on it. Because now we're going to start getting into the first verse. So it's... All right, let's listen to it.